Welcome to Law Made Simple, your trusted guide to understanding the law in everyday life. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects millions: loan defaults and the harassment that often follows. Whether it's a missed EMI or a mounting credit card bill, borrowers are increasingly facing aggressive recovery tactics. Threatening calls, unannounced visits, and public shaming are becoming disturbingly common. But here's the truth: banks must follow the law, and recovery agents are not above it. You have rights under RBI guidelines and the Indian Penal Code. This episode will walk you through what counts as default, what banks can legally do, and how to protect yourself from harassment. We'll explore civil and criminal remedies, preventive steps, and real-world examples. If you or someone you know is facing this situation, stay tuned. Knowledge is your first line of defense. Legal literacy isn't just about knowing the law. It's about protecting your dignity and safety. So let's begin. Like, share, and subscribe to Law Made Simple to support legal awareness for all. Let's start by understanding what actually qualifies as a loan default. For credit cards, default typically means failing to pay the minimum due for over 90 days. For personal loans, missing EMIs beyond the grace period can trigger default classification. This isn't just a financial issue. It affects your credit score, often dropping it by 50 to 100 points. Banks may send legal notices, initiate recovery, and even involve guarantors. It's important to know that default timelines vary by lender, and some may classify you as a non-performing asset sooner than others. The RBI's Master Circular on Prudential Norms, 2021, provides the framework for how defaults are defined and handled. If you've received a notice, check the dates and terms carefully. Not all defaults are treated equally, and early communication with your bank can sometimes prevent escalation. Understanding the definition of default is the first step in protecting yourself. Keep your loan documents organized, track your EMIs, and don't ignore warning signs. This knowledge helps you prepare for what comes next. Recovery agents are meant to follow ethical guidelines, but many don't. Borrowers report receiving 20 to 30 calls a day, including weekends and late nights. Some agents show up at homes or workplaces without warning, pressuring borrowers in front of family or colleagues. Others use verbal abuse, threats, or humiliation to force repayment. In extreme cases, agents have shared borrower details online or contacted relatives illegally. These tactics violate the RBI's Fair Practices Code, 2007. Which mandates dignity and privacy in recovery efforts. Harassment isn't just unethical, it can be criminal. If you face this, document everything. Save call logs, record conversations if possible, and note down visit details. These records can support legal action later. Remember, recovery agents are not allowed to shame, threaten, or intimidate you. You have the right to be treated with respect, regardless of your financial situation. Let's now explore the legal protections available to you. As a borrower, you're protected by both regulatory and criminal laws. The RBI guidelines clearly state that recovery must be done with dignity, without coercion or threats. If a recovery agent intimidates you, IPC Section 503 applies. It covers criminal intimidation. If they threaten violence or harm, IPC Section 506 provides punishment. For women, IPC Section 509 protects against verbal abuse or insults to modesty. These are serious offenses, and you can file a police complaint if needed. Additionally, every bank is required to have a grievance redressal cell. You can escalate your complaint to the RBI Ombudsman through their CMS portal. Keep all documentation, call logs, messages, visit records. These are your evidence. Legal action becomes much easier when you're organized. You don't need to suffer in silence. The law is on your side, and there are remedies available. Let's now look at what banks can legally do, and what they can't. Banks do have legal options to recover dues, but they must follow due process. The most common route is a civil suit for recovery. For larger defaults, banks may approach the Debt Recovery Tribunal under the Recovery of Debts Due to Banks and Financial Institutions Act, 1993. If the loan is secured, they may invoke the SARFAESI Act, 2002 to seize assets without court intervention. But for unsecured loans like credit cards, SARFAESI doesn't apply. Criminal cases are rare and usually involve fraud or misrepresentation, covered under IPC Sections 403 and 420. Most defaults are civil matters, not criminal. Banks also report defaults to credit bureaus, which affects your future borrowing ability. In many cases, banks may offer EMI rescheduling or restructuring. If you're struggling, ask for these options before things escalate. Knowing what banks can legally do helps you respond calmly and strategically. Let's now explore how you can protect yourself from harassment. If you're facing harassment from recovery agents, don't stay silent. Take action. Start by blocking abusive numbers and saving all call logs. If possible, record conversations and note down the time, date, and nature of each interaction. These records are crucial if you need to escalate the matter. Next, consider sending a legal notice through a lawyer. This formal step often deters further harassment and signals that you know your rights. You can also file a complaint with the RBI using their CMS portal. It's designed to handle grievances against banks and agents. If threats escalate or you feel unsafe, file an FIR at your local police station. IPC Sections 503, 506, and 509 offer protection against intimidation and abuse. Keep all loan documents organized, your agreements, EMI schedules, and any notices received. Public awareness can help too. Many borrowers have found relief by sharing their stories online or with support groups. And don't forget, legal aid is available in most cities, often free of cost. You're not alone, and you're not helpless. The law is on your side, and dignity is non-negotiable. Let's wrap up with what matters most, your rights and your protection. Loan defaults are stressful, but harassment is illegal. You're protected by RBI guidelines and the Indian Penal Code. Stay informed, document everything, and seek help when needed. Banks must follow the law, and recovery agents are not allowed to intimidate, shame, or threaten you. Use grievance cells, file complaints with the RBI, and consult legal aid if necessary. Share this video to help others. Many borrowers don't even know they're protected. Legal literacy is a powerful tool, and Law Made Simple is here to make it accessible. We believe that justice begins with awareness, and dignity should never be compromised. Whether you're a borrower, a guarantor, or simply someone who wants to understand the system better, this knowledge empowers you. Like, share, and subscribe to support our mission. Together, we can build a legally aware India, where fairness isn't optional and every citizen knows their rights. Thank you for watching and stay safe.